So what I'd like to do is I'd like to open this meeting by welcoming everyone, and since this is in honor of our dear friend Bill that is no longer with us, what I'd like to do is I would like to share a little bit of information that Bill's nephew has shared with us, and this was given to us when he received the Golden Spirit Award from the 13th Ward the year before he left us to go to Michigan. Bill was born August 5th, 1923. It's the boss. And as a boy, Bill played in the vacant lot next to his house at 58th and Peoria. When his folks moved on to the south side on Kaminsky Avenue, he spent his entire life there. When World War II erupted, Bill, like most young men, reported to a local recruiter to enlist, and he was told, "Don't bother, your number's up, you're going to be drafted in 2 days." After basic training, Bill was assigned to the 465th Glider Artillery Battalion. Bill laughingly regrets never having had the opportunity to fly a glider, but did participate in several training missions aboard a C-47 tow plane. Bill served over 20 years as a member of the U.S. National Guard Auxiliary. Bill was recognized many times for meritorious achievements as a crewman, superior service as head instructor, and authorized to execute Coast Guard orders as a skipper of an auxiliary vessel. Bill served as an elected officer and a flotilla commander of a 9WR-0108 9th Coast Guard Auxiliary. In March 2003, Bill, with many of his others, were recognized by Secretary Tom Ridge and Admiral T.H. Collins as a founding member of the Department of Homeland Security. At home, Bill participated in many activities: Neighborhood Watch, the Chicago Police Department Advocacy Program. After striving for excellence, Bill was awarded the Advocate of the Year in 2010. At age 88, Bill was reluctantly withdrawn. At age 88, Bill reluctantly withdrew from continuing service as the court advocate and taking his final well-deserved break. What I wanted to add to this is that Bill, when I met him at a senior event at the 13th Ward, and he walked up to Jane Fudash and asked Jane, "I'd like to volunteer doing something with the police department and just go over and see Barb and talk to Barb." So I gave him my card, and he said, "I'd like to become an advocate." And in the 3 years that Bill was an advocate with us, he went to over 500 hearings. He was the most dedicated advocate. So we will miss him. He's in heaven with his wife. And does anyone have anything that they'd like to share? A good story about a Bill story? I have one, and that it's not a very good story. But one day he came to court and it was raining, and he had this terrible umbrella. I mean, it was like it should have been thrown out a long time ago. And I said, "Bill, I have extra umbrellas. I'll give you one." He said, "I like this one just fine." Mary, you got something?
I think we should have put a puzzle book on the table in honor of him.
We talked about a cushion and a puzzle book. Yes, we did indeed. Yes, we did indeed. So, anyone else have any?
After Bill left, I kept in contact with Bill, and I would call him weekly. He would ask about all the advocates, how everybody was, how everybody's health was. He was always concerned about Barb's feet and knees. But he would always ask for updates on the cases. He even tried, when he had some better days, he tried starting a court advocacy program in Holland. He went to the courthouse. He would walk, but then he would use his little scooter later when he's got a little worse. And he would sit. He tried. He said there wasn't a lot of cases, but he tried. He tried to inspire the seniors in his building. He said they looked at him like he was crazy. But I mean, yeah, he was. His heart was still with us every day. I mean, he missed us. Yeah.
So he will be missed. Anyone else have any thoughts of Bill that you'd like to share?
Only that he left a legacy of factoids.
He was the factoid man, yes. He'd get into the car every morning with factoids,
Yep.
you know, and he'd share us a factoid.
And he would send one a month.
And he would quiz us and ask us about, you know, different things.
Yeah.
So.
He didn't say much, but when he did, we all listened.
Yeah.
Exactly, absolutely.
Joyce,
Yes.
Judge Joyce, Silver Ray came out,
Gloria.
sat down. Bill says, Judge, got no recorder.
Excuse me, you don't have a court reporter, you can't start. Didn't say much, but what he did say was very meritorious. So we will miss him, and we'll be sending this memory board to his family, since we will. There's a lot of fond memories on there. He went to, he did the Southwest Chicago, the Southwest Home Equity Walk with us. And he was always there, you know, he was a good man. We'll miss him. God bless him.
And his burial, his request, per his request, that he was being cremated and they were spreading his ashes in Lake Michigan, per his request. And 2 nephews are doing it.
Beyond the personal recollections, tell me about the importance of his work.
The importance of being a court advocate is simply the fact that what we do is we support the victims of crime. We support the state's attorneys that work so hard to prosecute these cases. We support the police officers that make these arrests. And so we send a very strong message to the perpetrators of these crimes and to the judicial system as a whole that we are a concerned community. We are a community that cares about what goes on and that we want to make sure that these crimes do not fall through the cracks, that these particular cases are noticed. And believe me, they are noticed. We walked out of a courtroom today, and as we stood up, the judge said, "See you guys later." Judge Ford. Judge Ford, yeah. We are noticed. The sheriffs in the 26th Street know us well, and they, we're like one of them. You know, we're there so much. So
We don't leave court without a thank you from somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody thanks us all the time.
Yes.
Yes. It is the most gratifying work that you can do. It really is. It's the easiest and the most gratifying. And we have, as you can see, the nicest group of volunteers.
So what about the next person picking up the torch? What should a person who sees this video and says, maybe it's for me, but I'm not sure, it's probably real hard, right?
Give it a try. It's the easiest work that you can do. All you have to do is you show up at a meeting place. We meet in localized locations. We carpool. You don't even have to drive. What I tell people all the time is that if you want to try it once, and if it's not your cup of tea, we totally understand. If you can only do it 1 day a week, I have people here that only do it 1 day a week. I have some people that only do it on their day off. I have working people that only come and do it when they're off of work. It is the easiest work that you can do, and it sends a very strong message.
Somebody wants to join the group, what do they do?
Give us a call at the 8th District,
Okay.
or we have, you can come to one of our beat, any beat meeting. You can call 311. They'll tell you where your beat meetings are. Come to a beat meeting. They'll get us the information.